Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Highlight in the Magic City on the Highlight Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. As always, I am joined by Andrew Bleckman, and together we will cover every point played today. All Mutual's wagering is now open on today's 8-game performance. Each of today's 8 games offers Win, Play, Show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta Wagering. We have a daily double that begins in game 1. Play the daily double, correctly pick the winners, games 1 and 2. We have 2 pick 3s, an early pick 3 and a late pick 3. Early pick 3, games 2, 3, and 4. Late pick 3, games 6, 7, 8. We also have the high-paying High 5 Jackpot, the most popular wager here at Magic City. High 5 is a pick 5. Correctly pick the winners, games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly, have the only ticket that does so, you'll cash in on the High 5 with its $2,000 guarantee. And don't forget, there are just 2 performances remaining in the Pelota / Quinella season here at Magic City. That is today and tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. There will be a mandatory force out of the High 5 Jackpot, even if it is hit today. Online wagering for Pelota is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in the state of Connecticut, mywinners.com. Placing a bet not necessary in order for you to enjoy today's action. We have no scratches in today's performance. Today's performance is entirely scratch-free. Then after the Pelota action this afternoon, we will have Battlecourt at 5 p.m. With all this in mind, we ask you to make your wagers as early as possible within scheduled post times. Then sit back and relax. Post time for game number 1 is now just 7.5 minutes away. Andrew, how are you?
Hello, Stu. Doing pretty well today. How are you doing?
Okay, except there's an advertisement where there's usually chat.
Oh. Is there an X or something? Click that arrow on the upper right, close to the upper right. Yeah. There you go. Boom. Okay, then the chat will be...
Thank you, Andrew.
We got 1 chatter. Oh, 2. Sorry, Michael. Steve, hello, and then Michael. Greetings and salutations. We'll send it right back. As you mentioned, Stu, hard to believe it is the final full week of Pelota action here for at least the summer break. But Battlecourt, I mean, some of the most important game days coming up tonight. It's the Chargers. Sorry, I keep saying that. It's the Warriors and the Devils. The Warriors, a tie or win, and they advance to the playoffs. If they lose the game day, the Chargers will be the 4th and final playoff team. And then tomorrow will be the Fireballs and Cyclones.
Whatever music that is, make it go away.
And then when we come back on Friday this week, it will be a semifinal for our Battlecourt playoffs. On Sunday will be the other semifinal. And then the following Friday, May 9th, will be our Winter 25 Championship. So that's our schedule. Just 2 Pelota days today, Monday, Tuesday, Battlecourt Monday, Tuesday. Then Battlecourt Friday and Sunday this week. And then next week, just Friday. With about 6 minutes to go here till we begin game number 1. Let some people join up in the chat. And we'll toss it over to video here. This one will explain the scoring format, which today, as every day, is Spectacular 7 scoring.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And we are back, folks. 5 minutes from the start of game 1. Boss, hello. Mo Crank, good to see you. Good to hear from you.
I love when I get a text message from a foreign country.
Oh, okay.
So by the prefix. Yet it's allowing me to know that there's an issue with my UPS delivery.
Oh.
Yes. So what we do here is go to info, we go to block every spam call that comes through, go to messages, swipe left, delete and report junk. That's what I've done with my morning so far. But they still keep coming in. Yeah, so 2 days left here. Of course, Battlecourt coming to a very interesting end. Important. Doesn't adequately cover what today represents for the Warriors anyway.
Well, there's a lot on the line, you know. They can play their way into it, or, you know, if they don't win, they're going to be out of the playoffs. So great opportunity tonight, and then, you know, we still have to figure out the seeding as well, and well, depends on what the Fireballs do on Tuesday, tomorrow, against the Cyclones. So,
Peter Chenard, let's clarify in Battlecourt. So Ron would not have an opportunity to win a singles championship. 2 reasons. One, our singles championship runs both seasons. So it's a cumulative singles wins in the first, second, and second. And it also only includes games like 6 and 8. 6 and 8. Because obviously Ron, with all of his years of experiences, it's coming out that way every time I say it. With all of Ron's years of experience, he's playing only one singles game, you're correct, but that is the 4th game. A competitive game, no question about that. But he's not facing Gaucheri and Douglas, and so in my book, and this is something that I stuck to a long time ago, is that the best have to play the best in order to go up for titles that say they're the best at the end of the season. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
That's the way we have it.
yeah, I think...
Now, the doubles is another thing. Doubles is still late games, and we do have a doubles champion and second place finisher for each season.
Yes.
So we do have that. But singles will be decided in December 2025.
Yeah, and it's kind of on me, Peter, so apologies. I haven't really been updating the singles all too much, but it is a reason why it is a cumulative total across both seasons. So the first half from February to May, and then the second half of the year when we return after the summer. Those wins certainly do count for Ron. They add up in the bank account, but they do not equate to any sort of bonus prize. And no, there is not a prize for wins in the meet. Again, as Stu is kind of alluding to, with the divisions, if you will, and the division of competition, you know, a win is not a win is not a win. You know, a game 8, 6 and 8 win, a little tougher than a game 4 win, which is a little tougher than a game 2 win. So, you know, everybody has the opportunity. The money is relatively similar for all the games, but in terms of the bonus prizes in singles, that exclusively goes to the full year total for the feature game players, and in doubles, it's just the late game competition. But we will update those double stats to give you more information before Game 5, because that competition will be concluding with Game 7 tomorrow, and that's very close as well. A couple seconds away here from the start of Game 1. As the clock winds down, let's begin the highlight action for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to begin our first game. It is a spectacular 7. Doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first and serving. Red shirts post 1. Juice and Ron receiving. Blue at post 2. Cool Fitness and Ben. There's a serve. We begin. Ball tipped in the front court. Point goes to 2. Dual serve to the white shirts, post 3. Serbi and Kubala. Hi, Peter. We don't have an overall wins champion for the season. That's not something that we've introduced at Magic City. Here's a catch by CRB. Forehand to the inside. Robote forehand. Ball tipped. Point 2. 2 will serve to the green shirts, post 4. Jedden and Cabrera. Here's a catch by Cabrera. There's the backhand. Backhand by Cabrera. Backhand 2-all. Lands in. He got that off quickly. Here's a backhand by Cabrera to the inside. Bends there. Scoop by Cool Fitness. Karam. Caught in the air by Jedden. Jedden sends this one deep. And throws a chick-chack in the corner. Interesting point. Point 4. Black shirts post 5. Flores and Arta receive. Here's a backhand by Cabrera. Jedden reaches out. Forehand return. Excellent catch by Arta. Robote coming out. Jedden powerfully from the forehand. Overthrows it a bit. Jedden, another 2-all splitter. Cabrera. Backhand. Scoop by Jedden. Carambola by Jedden scores point 4. Yellow shirts post 6 enter the court. Ikeda and Bragley. Robote save. This one stopped by Ikeda. Throw to the inside. Will score. Point 6. Pink post 7. Bueno and Tennessee receive. Peter Tenori mean most wins for our next meet. Don't foresee that happening. That's something we've discussed over the last several years. And it just hasn't happened. Point 7. Here now to complete first round play, El Barba and Gallo. Overserve, point 8. One receives. We completed the first round of play. Juice and Ron. Bote is off the court, point 1. Post 3 receives, CRB and Kabbalah. Rotate forehand to the inside. Ball is there. Kubala on the catch. Here's the backhand. Point 3. 2 receives. Cool Fitness and Ben. Underserve. Point 2. 4 points for the 2 posts. Receiving, Flores and Arta. Boss, as you watch, you should be able to figure it out. Either singles or doubles. Ball can touch the floor 1 time after the player throws it. Like Arta threw this on a rebote. Cool Fitness returned it. Rebote left side, right up the middle. Ben makes the catch. Long good shot, will score. Point 2. Possible game point. Blue shirt post 2. Cool Fitness and Ben trying to stop them. Jen Cabrera. Powerful backhand by Cabrera is tipped in the backcourt. Point 4. 4 on the board, 4 points. Here's post 6, Ikeda and Bragley. That is an overserve. Loss of point. Point 6. 6 with 3 points. Here's post 7. Bueno in Tennessee. Gloria, good to see you tuned in from Virginia. LA's been playing great. There's a backhand by Tennessee. Bragley deep in the backcourt. Hard forehand right up the middle. Caught by Bueno. Robote forehand. Went on the backhand, low and hard. Bragley's there. Almost. 0.7. 3 points for the 7 team. Receiving, purple at post 8, Elbarba and Gallo. Backhand by Gallo. Tennessee is there. Juggling on the catch of Elbarba. Point goes to the 7. Possible game point. Pink shirts of post 7. Bueno and Tennessee trying to stop them. Red at post 1. Juice and Ron. Ron the catch. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Ron. Tennessee tip ball. 0.1. Play continues. On the board, 4 points. Here's post 3. CRB and Kubala. Here's the backhand by Kubala. Ron's there. Ron advances, take that in the air. Hard throw to the inside. Robote at the side wall, saved by CRB. Floater, 0.3. Black shirts post 5. Flores and Arta. Archer reaches out, makes the catch. Backhand. Wall to wall. Robote for CRB. Right up the middle. Caught by Arta. Cortada. Stopped by Kubala. Here's the backhand by Kubala. Robote forehand to the inside. Point 3. The game is locked. 3 has 6, 2 has 6. 3 serves 2 for the game. Here's a backhand by Ben. Low and hard, caught by CRB. Cool fitness is there. Ben from the 11 line. Kubala on the catch. Ben on the forehand. To the inside. Big bounce. Brought down by Kubala. Ben from the 12. Big backhand. Robote coming out. That's out. 3 wins, 2 places, 7 shows. Unofficial order finish 327. Your prices will be up in a moment.
Three, 2-7. Now official 4, game number 1, post 3. CRB Kubala get the win, post 2. Cool Fitness at Ben takes second, post 7. 101 Tennessee coming third. $2 on the 3 to win, returns 21-20. The Quinella 2-3, 42-40. Trifecta 3-2-7, 330-80. Up next, we've got game number 2. Spectacular 7 singles going up to 7 points. Points double after all matchups in the first round of play. Game 2, as is the performance so far, scratch free. Early pick 3 will begin in this second game, and post time just about 5 minutes away. Good luck. And with about 5 minutes to go till we begin game 2, for any new Highlight fans that are joining us for the first time today, take a look at this video that explains in simpler terms how Highlight is played.
The main rule of Highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Highlight. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Highlight player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And we're back here now, 4 minutes from the start of game number 2. See here, George asked a question, and if George asked a question, it's usually a good one. And that is a good question. For those of you that don't have the chat, he said, which Battlecourt players can't be frozen by their current team for the fall unless moved up a ranking? And he said Goanaga and CRB. Yes, those two plus Iturbide for the Chargers cannot be frozen. Again, doesn't mean that they can't end up on the same team. And as George said, according to Battlecourt rules, if a player's reached their freeze limit, if you will, if that's a term, you can move them up a ranking and then the clock resets. So that's what he was alluding to there with a couple of those players, Goanaga and CRB specifically. But Iturbide will be the third player that cannot be frozen anymore.
So you said can go up a rank. Let me ask you a question. Is there a rule, and for folks who know how this system operates, they know that
Sure.
I don't get into the weeds of the Battlecourt rules.
It's okay. That's
Highlight rules a little different. But,
yeah. That's why we have this time. You know, we can.
Like coming from Chad, he thinks should be a 1.
Sure. Right.
CRB is on record as saying that he should be a 1. He should be out there
Sure.
against Gaucheri and Douglas and in the singles, and how it's BS, how that's not the case. So could someone, if he's reached his 3-season limit without the, I have figured that out, without the expansion team position.
Sure.
If he's reached his 3-season limit, could a team owner say, I want CRB as my 1?
I don't think there'd be anything in the rules that would prevent that.
Okay. I'm curious.
Yeah, it's a good question. Like, you can move like if a player is so good as a 6, and you're like, I want to move him to a 4. I don't see why you couldn't do that.
I said 1, not 4.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know. I'd rather take. You know,
I think what you're suggesting is that the league
yes
would exercise its ultimate league authority.
and probably be a league authority, right?
And say that, in our opinion,
Yeah.
based on these years of experience, that is too great a jump for that particular player.
That the league always has the right to step in, you
Yep.
know. So
All right.
I think in that specific case, I think they would say something like that, but most cases where you're moving up just one rank, maybe a little more manageable. George, see, George is so good. He's gonna, yeah. I mean, I'll go through it again. I mean, I went through it with Scott. I went through it a couple times, and we thought that we had it nailed down. So we'll go back and double check what you're talking about. Iturbide wasn't frozen season 1, but redrafted by the Chargers, and it also gets very confusing with
There
the
is a difference.
Yeah, no, that is a huge distinction, and with the expansions and what constitutes an expansion draft and not, and so we'll get to that. But from what I
let's begin.
was last told, which we last discussed it a month ago, it was Goenaga, CRB, and Iturbide, and we hadn't heard anything from Iturbide or the Chargers saying that it wasn't the proper number of freezes. So, we will double check. But thank you.
Ron serves. Game 2 has begun. Scoop by Jed. Around Ron. Here's backhand by Ron, wall to wall. And it's too high. Now to play. White shirt, post 3. Here's Cabrera.
Mo, if you're referring to the standings for Battlecourt, that page doesn't sort it by tiebreaker. It sorts it alphabetically. So the Devils will be ahead of the Fireballs. But you are right.
Rabote up the middle, caught by Cabrera. Cabrera straight to the inside, out of reach of Ron, point 3. Green shirt to post 4. Here's Arta. Rabote. Here's the catch by Arta. Inside placement scores, point 4. Black shirt at post 5. Gallo receives. Powerful forehand. Rabote. Left side by Gallo. Ball tip. Point 5. I will serve. Yellow shirt, post 6, Kubala. Rabote left side. Gallo. Tip ball. Point 6. Pink, post 7 receives. Bueno. Here's a backhand by Bueno, powerfully thrown. Rebote forehand by Kubala. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirt at post 8, Bradley. Forehand by Bradley. Bueno, up the wall, down with the ball on the left side. Scoop attempt is tip, point 7. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return. Below post 2, Jedden. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Rebote save by Jedden with good control. Here's Bueno. Hard to the inside. Great catch by Jedden. Bueno at the sidewall. Nice play up the middle with the backhand. That scores. 7 with 4 points. Here's post 1. Ron. Here's the backhand by Ron. Rebote forehand by Bueno is low and inside. Ron's there. Here's the backhand. Costavo 2-0 is perfectly executed by Bueno to score. Very nice. Point 7. Possible game point for the pink shirt of post 7, Bueno. Cabrera receives. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Cabrera makes the catch. Drop shot. Got him. Point 3, play continues. Three with 3 points, here's post 4. Arta. Arta reaches out, makes a fine catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Floater stopped on the left side of Arta. Backhand 2-all. Scoop by Arta. Two all is out. Point 3, plays continue again. Possible game point for the white shirt at post 3. Cabrera trying to stop him. Gallo. Low hard serve is stopped by Cabrera. Cabrera looking for the rebote, saves it on the forehand. Gallo, floater at the 9 line, stops it. That's out. Point 5. 5 with 3 points. Here's post 6. Kubala. Rotate forehand. Good read by Kubala. 2-all. Scores, 0.6. 6 with 3 points. Here's post 8. Bragley receives. Ah, yeah, she'll be excited. World Super Court. There's a forehand by Bragley. Rebote save by Kubala. Bragley from the middle. Light touch. Not light enough. Here's Kubala. It scores, 0.6. Possible game point for the yellow shirt at post 6. Kubala trying to stop him. Jed. There's the backhand. There's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Kubala from the forehand. Jedden goes for a difficult scoop, controls it, but throws it to the overhead screen. Point in game, post 6. Kubala. No playoff here. 7 places, 3 shows. 6, 7, 3. Unofficial order finish for game 2. Six, 7, 3. Let's try again. I don't know what number to call. That didn't pick up.
6-7-3, now official for game number 2. Post 6, Kubala takes the win. Post 7, Bueno is in second. Post 3, Cabrera takes third. Wow, look at that. So we have a 6-7 Quinella that pays 102. The 50-cent trifecta, 6-7-3, 304.30. Consolation in the daily double, 3-all, returns 16.40. And $2 on the 6 to win returns $8.80. Up next, you've got game number 3. Back to doubles action in this third game. And game 3 also begins the high 5. Play the high 5, pick the winners of games 3 through 7. If you do so correctly and have the only ticket that does so. That is how you can cash in on the minimum $2,000 that is guaranteed in every performance. And don't forget that the high 5 will be forced out tomorrow at what is our final Pelota day of the summer. At least through the end of the summer, however you want to say it. But tomorrow's a force-out day, so even if it's hit today, a full $2,000 must be paid out tomorrow. And it doesn't have to be a jackpot winner either. It could be 3 of 5 numbers, 4 of 5 numbers. Could collect a pretty big chunk of change. So that's tomorrow. Game 3 in the high 5 beginning just about 6 minutes today. Good luck.
Bote save. There's a backhand by Kubala. Bote coming out. Outside placement by Anderluck scores. backhand by Ben. Carballo on the catch. Backhand. One-handed grab by Carballo at the 10 line. Manu on the catch. Scoop by Nicholas. Ooh, that was pretty. Jairo to the corner, out to the rebote. Forehand, Karam rebote by Benny scores. Thrown hard to pass. Jairo turns, he makes the rebote. Light to the inside. Ricochetti winding up. To the inside he goes, Jairo's there. Jairo. Split court. Oh, what a catch by Gaucheri. There's a backhand by Manny. 2-all. It's not open. Manny stops it. Sidearm Karam lands in perfect and scores. Jairo on the catch. Scoop by Manu. That's beautiful. Manu on the catch. He winds up. Estalo 2-all is in and scores. What a catch by Inaki. What a catch by Jairo. Rebote forehand. Does not pass. Stopped by Jairo. Jairo. What a catch again by Inaki. Douglas powerfully thrown. Gaucheri switches to the rebote. Douglas, beautiful catch at the 7 line. Backhand. Thrown just over Gaucheri's head. Gaucheri to the inside. Douglas on the catch. 2-all. Scores.
And folks, that top 10 there will take us down here about a minute and a half from the start of game number 3. It's at game 3, beginning the high 5 today, and it will be forced out tomorrow. So a chance to take home some money today and then take home even more tomorrow. Let's look at these early doubles standings. No bonus prize associated, but this is a pretty close race. 10 wins for Jedin Cabrera. That's good enough for first place, but Ikaden Bradley in second with 9 wins, and Juice and Ron right behind them in third with 8 wins. So the top 3 teams separated by only 2 doubles wins so far. Again, Jedin Cabrera at the top, Ikaden Bradley second, Juice and Ron in third. remember a couple seasons ago, maybe a few years at this point, Ikeda and Bradley were paired together in a doubles tournament. They did fairly well, and that was a time where there was a bonus prize. And then again, paired up together, 9 wins, second place, most in the money finishes in doubles. They've been very reliable. See if they can get it done out of the 4 post here in game 3.
It is time to begin our third game. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 3 also begins the high five for today. To play the high five, correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Serving in the red shirts, post 1 are Cool Fitness and Ben. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Juice and Ron. Cool Fitness serves. Juice takes it. We begin. Good catch by Juice. Here's the backhand. Catch by Ben. Ben goes wall to wall. Juice maneuvering around the 7. Drop shot cortada works for Ben. Up in the front, point 1. White shirts post 3. Flores and Arta. Flores picks the serve, throws a 2-all that scores. Bringing to the court the green shirts post 4. Ikeda and Bradley. Rotate forehand by Ikeda. Backhand 2-all. Stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda from the forehand. Stopped by Arta. Ikeda moves in at the 7. Right side of the inside. Goes off the tip up. Arta Sesta, point 4. Black shirts of post 5. El Barba and Gallo receive. Point 4. 4 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 6. Bueno in Tennessee. Rotate forehand. Bradley, good catch. Backhand, powerfully thrown. Tennessee is there. Bradley in the corner. Powerful forehand. Good catch by Bueno. Point 4. 4 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 7. Pink shirts receive. CRB and Kubala. Robote forehand. Cortada thrown beautifully by Ikeda to score from the 9 line, point 4. For 4 points, here's post 8, the team of Jedden and Cabrera. This will complete the first round of play. Bragley from the 11 line, up the middle, caught by Jedden. Jedden on the backhand. Magic City bounce, handled well by Ikeda. That Cortada scores on the second bounce. Please, Chris, no chance, no how. Just, you didn't get to it. You couldn't have gotten to it. You lost the point. Now come and sit on the bench and be quiet. Possible game point for the green shirts at post 4, Ikeda and Bragley. Cortada scores. One game, a perfect game. The green shirts post 4, Ikeda and Bragley. 4 wins it. 1 serves to 3. This is a playoff for second and third place. I'm not saying he doesn't have a good opinion or a valid opinion. Just saying that's not the way it's going to work out in the end. He'll come around. Players usually do. Catch by Arta. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Arta on the catch. Costello 2-all. Stop by Cool Fitness. Great catch. Scoop by Arta. That's out. 3 places, 1 shows. Unofficial order finish, 4-3-1. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results are official. Coming in first, post 4, taking second, post 3. Coming in third, post 1. Chiller Keenel 3-4, 25-20. Trifecta 4-3-1, 286 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 4th game. It is a spectacular 7. Singles match played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 3. There are no scratches in today's performance. There are no scratches in Game 4. There are no scratches that affect the high 5 for today. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be forcing out the high 5 1 week from tomorrow. Game 4 up next. No scratches. Closes out the early pick 3. Post time. About 5 minutes away. Good luck. If you can put one in. Nice catch by Kubala. Backhand from the 10 line. Hit it powerfully from the forehand. Robote 2-all. That is beautifully executed by Kubala to score. Iñaki backhand from the 11 line. Arats looks for the rebote. Catch by Iñaki. He winds up. Costello 2-all, opens wide and scores. Rebote forehand. Manu's there. Two all. 0.5. Rotate to the inside. Jairo cuts it off at the 8 line. Here's the backhand. A little lower and harder. Rotate by Benny. Right to the left side of Jairo. Jairo 2-all. Another one scores. There's backhand by Naki. Robote, left side, 2-all. That scores. Rotate forehand by Jairo. Caught by Gauchetti. Backhand. Low runner. Robote save. The big bounce. Stays to the inside. That's on the wall. Catch by Gauchetti. 2-all scores, 0.4. Catch by Rotz. Rotz midcourt. Nicholas is there. 2-all. In. Two-all. Beautifully executed by Arats to score. There's a backhand by Manny. Two-all scores, 0.2. Backhand by CRB. El Barba passes. Robote. Scoop by El Barba. The 2-all with a light touch. That's beautiful. That scores.
And folks, that top 10 will take us right up to the start of game number 4.
Time to begin game 4. It is a spectacular 7. Singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Up first and serving in the red shirt of post 1 is Benny. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Manny. Benny serves. Our fourth game has begun. Rebote forehand by Benny. Benny, rebote left side. Benny's there. Rebote forehand by Benny. Up, up, and away. That hit the overhead screen. Point 2. Manny's up on the board here first in our fourth game. Now bring the court. Lalu. Lalu on the catch. Powerful backhand caught by Manny. Good effort by Lalu. Point 2. Green shirt, post 4 receives. Here's Ikeda. Here's a backhand by Ikeda, powerfully thrown off the left side. Rebote forehand. Ikeda's there. Karam faked, put to the inside. Manny's there. Manny winds up. Inside placement, stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda over the top. Rebote save by Manny. Outside placement is wide, point 2. 2 with 3 points. Here's post 5. Hyro. Here's a backhand by Hyro. Backhand by Hyro. Rebote forehand. Rebote by Hyro to the inside. That scores point 5. Yellow shirt at post 6. Goenaga receives. Catch by Goenaga. Goenaga hard from the Costello inside. Scoop attempt missed. Rebote. A blind Rebote thrown behind him. Did not work. Point 6. Pink shirt at post 7, number 16. Julian receives. Here's a backhand by Julian. Rotate forehand. Goenaga's there. Catch by Julian. Julian powerfully to the inside. Goenaga after it. Good effort to save that Rebote. This point goes to the 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 69, Iñaki. In the cesta. In the cesta. Here's a backhand by Iñaki. What a catch by Julian overhead. Costello 2-all is perfect. Beautifully executed by Iñaki to score, point 8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return the red of post 1. Benny. Backhand by Benny. Low catch by Naki. That's a tough catch. Good return. Rebote forehand by Benny. Beautiful catch by Iñaki. Scoop by Benny. 2-all into the pad, point 8. 3 points for post 8. Iñaki is serving to Lalu. Backhand by Lalu. Iñaki's there. Point 3. Lalu will take over the serve with 2 points. Receiving, Ikeda, the green at post 4. Rebote forehand by Lalu. Clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Straight back. Excellent catch by Ikeda. Pika. Scores. Well thrown. Well played. Point 4. Forward 2 serves to the 2 post. Manny. Rebote played safely up the middle. Big bounce by Ikeda. That ball took off, hit the overhead screen. Point 4. 4 points. Here's post 5. Hyro. Hyro on the catch. There's the backhand. Dying off the back wall. Ikeda makes a save. Hyro comes hard from the forehand. Ikeda. Rebote 2-all. Hyro's there. Big right side. Ikeda went for it in the air. Tough play. Point 5. 5 with 3 points. Here's post 6. Gonaga. There's the backhand by Jairo. Rebote forehand. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Rebote left side to the inside by Goanaga. Rebote forehand again by Goanaga. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Powerful right side by Goanaga. Rebote forehand to the inside. Goanaga's there, winding up. Costello 2-all opens and scores, point 6. Goanaga has 3 points. Receiving post 7, Julian. Here's a backhand by Julian. Goanaga's there. Ball tipped, point 6. Possible game point for the yellow shirt at post 6. Goanaga trying to stop him. Benny. Here's a backhand by Benny. Goanaga on the catch. Backhand from midcourt, powerfully. Low off the back wall. Benny makes a fine save on the rebote. Goanaga winds up. Costi inside. Benny's there. Backhand from the 8. Rebote. Forehand saved by Goanaga. He's up. Good read by Goanaga. Hard to the inside. Will score. Point of game. Post 6. Goanaga. 6 wins it. 4 places, 8, 2, and 5 will play off for third place. 8 first serves to 2. Rebote, forehand. Two-all by Inaki scores.
You know, like regular sewing takes talent. This is like the only thing that like this that exists.
Possible show point. Receiving post 5. Jairo.
I mean, I started when I was like, sorry.
Rebote forehand by Naki. Rebote missed. 8 shows. Unofficial order finish 6-4-8. Your prices will be up in a moment.
Yes?
Results from Game 4 official coming in first, post 6. Goanaga taking second, post 4. Ikeda coming in third, post 8, Iñaki. 6-4-8, the official order finish for Game 4. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 5th game, the first of our featured doubles games today. Next game is played 2, 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 5. There are no scratches in today's performance. Post time for Game 5 is now 7.5 minutes away. Good luck.
Douglas reaches on the inside to cut it off. Hard throw, wall to wall, dropping in the corner. Iro's got the save. Douglas waiting for it again off his footing, drops it to the inside. Hyro with a big bounce makes the catch up high on the left side.
So 2-0 stop by Manny. Manny's forehand return. What a beautiful catch by Carballo at the 10 line. By Manny. Manny to the inside. Gaucheri reads it, stops it with the scoop. Here's the backhand at the 12. Scoop by Manny. Excellent catch by Aratz. Scoop by Gaucheri. There's a backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Inaki, Robote save to the inside. Douglas is there. Goes to the inside. What a scoop by Iñaki. Here's a backhand by Robin. Low runner to the inside. Robote left side by Ben. Robin on the catch. Here's the backhand. What a scoop by Robin. CRB. Robote, left side. What a scoop by CRB. Excellent play by Nicholas there at the screen. Arrow on the catch. Scoop by Manu. That's beautiful.
And folks, that top 10 will take us here now 2 minutes from the start of game number 5.
Can you believe that it's almost over, Andrew? I mean, the season, the first part of the season.
First part of the season?
First part of the season in
Part of
Battlecourt. I mean, it happens so fast.
Yes, it does, too.
It happens so fast.
We have some bonus money to give away before the summer. And in the late doubles competition, it's been highly competitive throughout. Let's take a look here.
You're right. This announcing has just been fierce, and I think I'm ahead actually in
I
points.
think
Overall points and game day wins. I think Stu has it, but I'm just putting that out there.
Any metric, I think you got it. Inaki Manu, 13 wins. They have all but wrapped up first place. No, they have wrapped up first place because Gaucheri and Ben aren't here this week with Gaucheri out. So Inaki Manu, we can declare them our champions, but second place is still very much up for grabs. So Gaucheri and Ben holding on to second right now with 9 wins. But behind them, you have Iturbide and Nicholas with 8, Jairo and Benny with 7, Alex and Arantz with 6, and Goanaga and Manny and Douglas and Julian with 5. So all those teams still, I mean, obviously Goanaga, Manny, Douglas, and Julian will have to win all 4 doubles games this week, but still 6 of the 8 teams in the running for a bonus prize here going into the final week. It's been advertised as one of the most competitive seasons, but the reality is pretty a lot of parity out there on the court as well. That is good to see. So congratulations, Inaki and Manu. They will be the champions, but let's see how second place finishes out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to begin Game 5. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match played to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. Up first and serving the red shirts, post 1. Caden Ben receiving blue, post 2. Goanaga and Manny. There's a serve. We begin. Manny goes wall to wall from the left side. Robote, forehand by Ikeda. Oh, what a catch by Ikeda at the sidewall. Ben on the backhand. Goanaga will save this Robote. Cortada, little high, stopped by Goanaga. Robote forehand. Cut off by Goanaga. Goanaga to the inside. That scores. Well played, point 2. 2-team first up on the board in our 5th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirts at post 3, the team of Douglas and Julian. Julian from the forehand opens up. Point 3. Green shirts of post 4 now take the court. We have Alex in the front court with Arantz in the back. That's coming in low. Julian makes a fine catch. Alex is there. Backhand from the 7. That's a difficult catch by Douglas off the wall. Robote, forehand. Julian calls for the ball, takes on the left side, backhand to the inside. Aratz is there. Ball tip, point 4. Black shirts of post 5 entering the court, Arrutia and Lalou. Arrutia picks the serve. Oh, what a scoop by Alex, and a perfectly placed forehand to the inside scores. My, oh my, point 4. But was he safe? I think so. Yellow shirts of post 6. Ichibide and Nicholas. Backhand by Aratz. Robote left side. Here's a catch by Aratz, backhand. Ichibide, backhand to the inside, wall to wall. Robote coming out. Alex on the Robote, light touch to the inside. What a catch by Alex at the 8. Backhand by Ichibide. Alex now at the 9 line. Hard backhand. Nicholas is there. Ichibide, Robote coming up the middle. Returned up the middle. Alex takes it on the bounce. Cortada. Oh, my. Point 4. For 3 points, here's post 7. The pink shirts receive Hyro and Benny. Here's a scoop by Benny. Benny again on the backhand. Backhand 2-all. Is good. Point 4. 4 points. Here's post 8 to complete the first round of play. We have Iñaki and Manu. Chief Judge said it was in. Point 8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First return, right at post 1, Ikeda and Ben. Catch by Iñaki. Here's the backhand. There's a backhand by Iñaki. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Manu's there. Manu powerfully from the left side. Ben from the 12 line. Ben from the 12 to the inside. Manu's there. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Ben from the 11 line. Manu behind the 13. Here's the backhand. Robote forehand. Manu takes it on the bounce high on the right side. Clean miss in the backcourt. Ikeda makes the save. Inaki sends it back. That one was tipped. 0.8. 8 with 3 points, serving to post 2. Goanaga and Met.
DD, the traditional highlight ball often will only last for 15 minutes of play with the goatskin cover. We can sometimes get an entire match in Battlecourt out of a ball before it needs to be changed.
There's a backhand by Iñaki. Robote left side to the inside. Iñaki's there. Inaki takes it. Costello inside. Manny turns for the Robote. He makes the save. Scoop by Manny. Oh, what a catch by Manu at the 12. Another big backhand. Manu powerfully to the inside. Robote left side by Goanaga. Manu again, this time from the 10. Outside placement scoop by Iñaki. Manny on the forehand. Great catch at the 10 line. Iñaki's there. Backhand. Manu from the 11. What a catch by Manny, pulling that off the side wall. Manu on the catch. Backhand from the 13. Manu again, tough catch at the 11. Costello 2-all, scoop by Iñaki. Cortada by Iñaki will score. 0.8. Straight points to a possible game point for the purple shirts of post 8, Iñaki and Manu. Trying to stop them, Douglas and Julian.
And hello, Richard Poplis. Hope all is well in Connecticut. DD answered that question for you regarding how long a ball lasts. And it's good for someone who knows traditional highlight.
Big right side by Julian. Inaki backs up to take it in the air. At the side wall, tip ball. Point and a perfect game to the purple shirts of post 8, Iñaki, and Manu. 4 places, 2 serves to 3. This is a playoff for third place. Powerful forehand by Julin. Robote, saved by Goenaga. Douglas attacks. Costello 2-all perfectly executed and scoring. 3 shows. Unofficial order finish, 8-4-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. There are your prices. 8-4-3, the official order finish for our 5th game. $2 Quinella, 4-8. That's first and second in any order, $39.40. A trifecta, 8-4-3. That's first, second, and third place finishing $246.80. $2 wager on 8 to win, $19.60. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be forcing out the high 5 jackpot. Again, minimum $2,000 guarantee. That is tomorrow. Time flies when you're having fun playing Highlight, eh? Already time to force out the high 5. Once again, high 5 will be forced out in a mandatory payout tomorrow. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 6, Spectacular 7. Singles match, played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 6, 7, or 8. Game 6 does begin the late pick 3 for today. Post time for our 6th game, just about 5 minutes away. Good luck. So yes, in between games, we often have an opportunity to talk, answer questions, interact with the public. And we only have today and tomorrow to do that because Battlecourt, as you know, we don't do it. And so I want to point out really traumatizing thing that happened to me last week or 2 weeks ago. So we have a pretty extended vacation period coming up here soon. And I had been home and I had been looking online, you know, about, hey, what a guy like myself might want to do. And I saw flights and they were really inexpensive to Chicago. And I said, man, you know, I could fly up to Chicago, like have dinner with Andrew, maybe his parents if they're available. You know, go into his territory and you know, and fly back the next day. You know, it's cost effective enough to do that. And so I mentioned it, and I was so excited, like a kid on Christmas, to mention that to Andrew. And I mentioned that to Andrew about 2 weeks ago, and he looked at me like I owed him money. He said, "You're gonna what?" I said, "I was thinking about coming to Chicago at some point during the summer, and you know, spend a day, maybe grab dinner, something like that."
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody less excited about anything. It's gotten that bad, huh?
Yeah.
You're entitled.
It really wasn't that bad. I think you just caught me. I was doing a lot of stuff, and
Switch, please. We're 13 seconds off.
I really didn't expect those words to come out of your mouth. I think it was just shocking. But, you know, I'm going to be there, so it would be nice, you know.
Well, there's
a couple
other
good
things,
restaurants.
There's other things I could do in Chicago, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, whatever you want to do, you know, I'll be there.
If Andrew Bleckman doesn't want to see me, that's okay.
No, I'd love to. It's one of those things I feel like now you're like, you want to get away, and then like July, I'll be like, when's Highlight starting, you know? So I'll be excited to see, you know.
We can sit and talk about Highlight if you want. We can watch Partidos from 20 years ago. Or this current thing.
Or this,
I can teach you how to sew highlight balls.
Actually seems kind of interesting.
For someone as focused on detail as you are, I think you might find it almost therapeutic.
I was just thinking that. It's nice. It's a whole process. And I've never been able to touch the
you've never seen
the real deal, huh?
You've never seen the up close stuff that we have. A little experiment we're doing here at Magic City. 2 minutes to go before we begin Game 6. Oh, wait a second. I got a text.
Well, are you going to go?
Oh, according to your mom, I'm welcome.
No, I'm asking, are you going to come?
Now, your mom's secretary
I said, you are always welcome to Chicago, even if Andrew is too busy for you. We will make ourselves available. I mean, oh,
How about that?
seriously, I'm ready to cry. I mean, literally, my heart, it's an emotional moment. Thank you, Nina. Thank you. So, am I going to
See,
be
that's the
honest
right
with you?
answer.
It's such an extended period of time. I think the answer is yes.
Sure.
I think I will make a trip to. In fact, like literally, American was just advertising Miami to Chicago for 89 round trip.
When? Yeah, when is that? Maybe I'll come back here.
And also, I have to admit, I would like to have the Chicago experience in the summer. I've only experienced Chicago in the winter, and it's been 4 trips since I was like 18 or 19, and they've all been rough.
Sure.
They've all been rough. One was related to debate, another one was related to business that I was in during a period of time.
Yeah.
And it's just so cold and so windy.
Go in the summer. Yeah. You go. Yeah. Book the ticket.
Yeah, I'm not playing around. I think because not seeing you for 4 months is a little depressing, actually. The thought of it.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody I said that, but
I won't tell everybody. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, July. Well, yeah, like middle of July could be a time,
okay.
or the beginning of August.
Okay.
But August is kind of a long way. That's why July might make more sense.
We'll see. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Time. Let's begin. Sorry to steal your thunder.
Yeah, you can go to Wrigley, but you can't go to Arlington Park. What a world we live in.
In fact, I think I have an old highlight friend whose son might be playing for the White Sox organization. I need to talk to you about that. I saw him on Facebook, and his son was in a
interesting.
White Sox jersey, and he used to play highlight. He played under Davey at Fort Pierce. Scott did ask me about him. I'll have to bring him up. We're ready to begin our 6th game. Manu serves. Ichibide receives. There's a serve. We begin. Rotate forehand by Manu. Point 2. 2 gets the first point of our 6th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3, Alex. There's the backhand. Rotate forehand and right up the middle. Catch by Alex. Alex going low and inside and scoring. Point 3. Green shirt to post 4. Iñaki receives. Alex comes over the top. Scoop by Iñaki. Fake 2-all inside. Read by Alex. Alex to the inside. Stop by Iñaki. There's the backhand. That ball hits the rail, which is out of play. Point 4. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Rutia. Costello 2-all is in and scores point 5. Was it? Yellow shirt, post 6. Douglas receives.
Here's a backhand by Urrutia. Long Costado caught the pad. 0.5. Pink shirt of post 7. Nicholas received. There's a backhand by Nicholas. Nicholas on the catch, winds up. That 2-all caught the pad, 0.5. 3 points for the 5 post, Urrutia. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirt of post 8 is Aratz. Point 5. 5 with 4 points as we complete the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red of post 1, Manu. Robote left side. It's a 2-all. It scores 0.5. Possible game point for Urrutia in the black of post 5. Trying to stop him in the blue of post 2, Iturbide. Over serve, 0.2. Play continues. Alex receives on the white of post 3. Fake carom, inside placement. Alex chased the Robote down. This is in play. Lands inside and scores. Tremendous effort by Alex to keep that alive. Great play by Iturbide and Alex. Point goes to the 3. Even Inyaki's impressed. Receiving, green at post 4, Iñaki. Iñaki from the 12 line. Alex is there. Beautiful catch by Iñaki. Here's the backhand. Scoop off 2 surfaces by Iñaki. Scoop again by Iñaki. Beautiful catch by Alex at the 10. Backhand. Robote to the inside. Here's Alex on the forehand. Scoop by Iñaki. Iñaki again. A well-played point by both Alex and Iñaki. Iñaki gets the point, post 4. 4 3 points, here's post 6. Douglas. Beautiful serve by Iñaki. That's a tremendous catch and return by Douglas. Douglas commits to the outside. Iñaki puts it inside to score 0.4. Possible game point for the green shirt of post 4. Iñaki trying to stop him. Nicholas. You good, Daryl? Thank you again. Backhand by Nicholas. Inyaki's there. Rebote forehand. There's a backhand by Nicholas. Rebote forehand by Iñaki. Nicholas on the scoop. Inside placement, scoop by Iñaki. Iñaki fakes the 2-all, puts it inside to score for the win. Point and game, ladies and gentlemen, for the green shirt of post 4, Iñaki. 4 wins it, 5 places, 2 serves to 3. This is a playoff for 3rd place. There's a backhand by Alex. Powerfully thrown. That clears the overhead screen. Ichibide hangs in there, makes a 2-all. Alex stops it, rifles it inside to score. Point and show to post 3, Alex. Unofficial order finish, 4-5-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. And we'll have your prices up in just a minute. There's your minute. $2 Quinella 4-5, $81. The trifecta 4-5-3, $755.40. $2 wager on 4 to win, $11.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 7. 2 games remaining in today's performance. Game 7, rather. The second of our 2 featured doubles matches. Game 7 will also close out the high 5 for today. There are no scratches in Game 7. Post time. 7.5 minutes away. Good luck.
Drop shot. Hyro, what happened?
Rebote forehand. Beautiful catch by Bueno. Rebote forehand to the inside. Scoop by Bueno. Drop shot. Beautifully executed by Bueno. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Catch by Iñaki. Drop shot. Will score.
Bradley on the bounce, outside placement attempt. Stopped by Anderluck. Anderluck, his carom lands in. Bradley's going to get out to it. He returns a drop shot. My, oh my.
Scoop by El Barba. Backhand to the inside. That's well thrown. Excellent catch by Flores. Here's El Barba. Drop shot. Scores on the second bounce. There's a backhand by Bueno. Scoop by Bueno. Cortada, stopped by Carballo. Drop shot by Carballo, beautifully executed and scoring. Rebote to the inside. This one caught in the air by Jairo. Jairo on the backhand. Rotate forehand. Jairo on the catch. Drop shot by Jairo. Scores on the second bounce. Rotz, forehand rotated pass, dropping. Rotate left side by Rotz. Gaucheri attacks, has it. Wow, that was beautiful. Outside placement read by Aratz. Aratz read by Manu. Backhand by Manu, lower and harder. Rotate. Place to the inside. Manu's there. Winding up. Drop shot. That was perfect. By Aratz. There's the backhand. Gaucheri's there. Aratz commits to the backcourt. Here's the backhand from the 12 line. Gaucheri from the 10. Long drop shot. Aratz will not get there.
Folks, that top 10 will take us here under 2 minutes till the start of game number 7. We'll take another look here at the high five. So
that's going to be forced out tomorrow, folks. Mandatory payout. For those of you who may not be familiar with that terminology, that means that if you don't hit it exactly according to the rules of the wager, we kind of soften the rules until we get one or more people collecting. We're generous that way. What can we say? About a minute to go before we begin Game 7.
Was just looking back here. Yeah, the carryover going into today was just shy of $400. So we're going to be, looks like we'll be under the carryover, under the $2,000 minimum, excuse me. But depends what will be wagered into it tomorrow. Usually you see pretty big pools on these force out days, so I wouldn't be surprised rather to see that pool jump up over the $2,000 minimum. Let's see, Game 7 beginning now.
We are ready to begin our 7th game. It is a spectacular. Ben's not tucking his shirt in? My goodness. He'll get it. A spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first and serving the red shirts of Post 1, Bueno and Ben with his freshly tucked in shirt. Receiving the blue Post 2, Aruti and Lalu. Bueno serves. We begin. Bueno going to the side wall, makes a great catch at the 9 line. Lalu checks, makes sure it's nice and safe, throws the backhand. Lalu from the 10 line. Great catch by Ben off the side wall at the 12. Low runner. Ben scoops it up in the backcourt from the 10 line on the backhand. Magic City bounce. Bueno's on it. Nice rebote. Cut off by Urrutia. Urrutia hard. Costello inside will score. Point 2. Well played by all 4 players. Urrutia is now serving to the white shirts of post 3. Iturbide and Nicholas. Over serve, point 3. Green shirts of post 4 receiving. Jairo and Benny. There's a backhand by Benny. Nicholas is there. Benny, great catch off the side wall. That's a tough play. Nicholas on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Big bounce. Benny reaches way up, makes a great catch. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Benny's there. Benny to the inside. Oh, what a scoop by Nicholas. Higher on the catch. Rebote forehand. Here's a catch by Jairo. Beautiful catch by Benny on the side wall. Nicholas on the forehand. That seemed to go right by Jairo's face, but safely. Here's Benny on the return. Nicholas is there. Backhand. Benny from the 11 to the inside powerfully. And Nicholas now from the 12. Nicholas again. Rebote, forehand by Jairo. Catch by Iturbide. Rebote to the forehand of Jairo. Iturbide, backhand from the 8. Powerful backhand. This one caught beautifully by Benny. In the air. Iturbide is there again. Backhand. Wall to wall and out to the rebote. Nicholas on the catch. Powerful, powerful forehand rebote by Jairo. Goes back to the inside. Benny's there. Backhand. Low and hard. Cut off by Iturbide. Nicholas from the 10 line. That ball's on the wall. Iturbide makes the catch. Here's Benny. Backhand from the 10. Nicholas deep in the backcourt. Low runner to the inside, scooped up by Nicholas. Nicholas on the catch, backhand from the 12. Robote. Robote forehand by Jairo. Iturbide calls for it, turns, saves the Robote, and Jairo's there. Jairo hard to the inside, Nicholas for the Robote. Beautifully played to the inside. Benny for the Robote at the 8. High and inside, Nicholas is there. Backhand. Robote forehand. Benny on the catch, backhand from the 12. Powerfully thrown by Benny. Nicholas, left side from the 11. Benny's there, backhand from the 11. Nicholas takes that off the wall beautifully on the backhand. Catch by Iturbide, backhand, rifled by Iturbide and caught by Benny. Robote forehand. Catch by Iturbide on the right side. Benny scoops that up high on the left side at the 11 line. Excellent catch now by Iturbide. Catch by Benny at the 13 line. Benny from the 12, right side, straight back. Iturbide's there. Beautiful catch by Benny again. Benny powerfully to the 12 line. Nicholas goes hard to the inside. Backhand by Benny. Nicholas from the 12. He passes. Robote, forehand by Jairo. Caught in the air by Nicholas. Ball tipped in the backcourt after aggressive play by all 4 players. What a point. Point goes to the 3. 3 with 2 points. Here's post 5, the black shirts, Alex and Roth. Here's a backhand. Oh, the low runner to the inside, a little too low. That caught the pad, and the pad is bad. Point 3. 3 with 3 points. Here's post 6. Gonaga and Manning. Here's the backhand by Manning. Robote, forehand. Up, up, and away. That's out of play. Point 3. 3 with 4 points. Receiving the pink of post 7. Iñaki and Manu. Manu to the outside, backhand, low runner to the inside. Nicholas is there. What a catch by Manu. Nicholas now from the 12 line. Here's the backhand. Robote, left side. Nicholas is there, backhand. Manu in the corner. Nicholas now from the 11 line to the inside. Scoop by Manu at the back wall. Iturbide, hard throw, caught by Manu in the corner again. Beautiful catch by Manu again at the back wall. Robote coming out to Iñaki. Nicholas on the backhand from the 10. Catch by Iñaki. Robote. Robote forehand. Nicholas powerfully to the inside. Fine catch by Manu. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Iñaki gets in there to make the rebote save. Big bounce brought down by Nicholas at the 12 line. Manu in the corner. Picks it up on the bounce on the left side. Here's Nicholas. Nicholas now from the 10 line. Manu takes this one on the forehand in the corner. Backhand by Manu. Nicholas at the 13. Iñaki now from the 9 line. Wall-to-wall Robote coming out. Robote saved by Iñaki. To the sidewall it goes, and Nicholas is there. Beautiful catch. Manu at the back wall, backhand. What a catch by Manu. Manu in the corner, backhand. Robote, forehand by Iñaki. What a catch by Nicholas against the side wall. That is beautifully played. Turbide comes all the way to the 4 line to turn this Robote. On the forehand, Iñaki. Catch by Nicholas. Scoop by Manu, backhand at the 12. Manu in the corner again. Here's Manu from the 13 line. Nicholas from the 12. Robote left side by Iñaki. Big bounce to the inside is stopped and returned by Nicholas. Catch by Manu. Manu from the 13. Backhand by Turbide, powerfully thrown. Robote coming way out. Iñaki on the Robote. Turbide cuts it off. He blasts another hard backhand, and Manu is right there to make the catch. Catch by Turbide, backhand. Scoop by Manu. Naki at the side wall, stops the ball on the left side. Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Manu will take this in the air. Cestas up against the back wall. Backhand by Nicholas, lower and harder, and Manu takes one on the forehand, back in the corner. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Scoop by Manu again. Forehand to pass. Robote. Big bounce to the inside. Manu's there. Nicholas calls for it. Backhand from the 11. Oh, what a catch by Manu. Ball coming in hard at the 12 line. Nicholas is there. Robote, left side. Manu, beautiful catch, high on the left side, low runner. Scooped up by Nicholas. Manu, another great catch. What a catch down low by Manu. Outside placement by Manu is stopped on the forehand of Iturbide. Manu runs up, makes the catch, flips it up. It's in play. Floating, stopped by Iturbide. There's a backhand by Nicholas. A bullet stopped by Manu. Nicholas again, this time from the 9 line. High and hard to the corner. Robote forehand by Iñaki. Robote, forehand. Manu, beautiful catch at the 12 line, off the wall. Nicholas is there, backhand from the 10. Manu with a scoop in the corner. Manu again in the corner, backhand from the 13. Nicholas from the 9. Manu with another scoop behind the 13 line. Scoop by Iturbide. Inside placement, stopped by Manu. Robote forehand. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Iturbide makes the save. It's floating. Inaki has it. He winds up. Costello 2-all will score. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly an 8-minute point played at the highest level by all 4 players. Fantastic play. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round, receive purple shirts, post 8, Douglas and Julian. Point 7. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups worth 2 points now through the end of the game. 7 serves to 1. Over serve, point 1. Play continues. 1 with 2 points, serving to the blue of post 2, Arutia and Lalu. There's a backhand by Lalu. Ben on the catch. Backhand from the 12. Lalu from the 10. Robote forehand is missed. Point 1. 4 points for the 1 post. Green at post 4 receive. Hyro and Benny. Scoop by Ben. That's beautifully played. And a powerful backhand follows. Hyro on the Robote. Ben, another clutch catch, this time at the 12 line. Right to the corner, out to the Robote. Bueno is there. Benny on the forehand. Bueno from the 7. Benny from the 11 line to the inside. Robote, left side by Bueno. Benny makes a catch on the right side. Robote, low, and caught by Jairo. Point 4. Forward 2 points. Here's post 5. Alex and Rotz. Rotz on the catch. Here's the backhand. Robote left side, up the middle. Caught by Alex. Alex powerfully from the forehand. Benny scoops it up on the left side nicely. Here's Alex overhead. Backhand to the outside. Benny reads it, stops it. Here's the forehand. Alex saves the Robote to the inside, and Benny's there. Robote forehand by Alex. Here's Benny again. Catch by Rotz. Robote forehand. Benny from the 12 line on the left side. Caught by Alex. Backhand from the 8. Robote. Forehand by Alex to the inside. Benny. That ball took a wonky bounce. Benny not able to bring it in. Point 5. 5 with 2 points. Here's post 6. Gonaga and Manny receive. Catch by Alex, almost. That one's off the tip, point 6. White shirts, post 3 receiving. Ichirabide and Nicholas. There's the backhand. What a catch by Goanaga coming cross court. Nicholas is there. Robote, forehand. Powerful backhand by Goanaga. Robote comes out to the 4 line. Rifled from the forehand of Ichirabide. Manny over the top beautifully. Here's a catch by Nicholas. Manny on the catch at the 11 line. Pika stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas sends it high to the back wall. Robote forehand. Caught in the air down low by Nicholas, and a powerful backhand follows. Here's Manny. Robote coming low. Ichirabide makes a save. Manny at the 12 line. Here's Ichirabide on the backhand. Robote coming out. Outside placement of the forehand. Robote is thrown perfectly to score. Six on the board with 4 points. Here's post 8. Purple shirts return. Douglas and Julian. Robote forehand. Here's the backhand by Manny. Robote coming out to Douglas. Douglas on the forehand. Rifles this one back. Dropping low. Goanaga. What a save of the Robote and Julian. Makes a fine catch on the sidewall. Here's Manny. Powerful forehand by Julian. Rebote by Goenaga. Julian from the 11 line. Backhand to the inside. Rebote forehand. Douglas picks it up. Costado inside. Big bounce. Rebote by Goenaga. Douglas takes in the air, rifles the 2-wall, home to score. Eight with 2 points, receiving post 7, Iñaki and Manu. Backhand by Manu. Douglas looking for the rebote, plays it inside. Big bounce. Stopped by Manu at the 13 line. Tough break. Julian gets hit. Loss of point, 0.7. Seven with 4 points. Here's post 2, Arrutia and Lalu. All right. Lalu, powerful backhand. Manu is there. Rebote. Rebote saved by Arrutia. Manu enters, has the ball on the forehand, passes. Rebote for Arrutia. To the inside, will score, 0.2. 2 with 3 points, serving the returning one post, Bueno and Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben, right up the middle. Arrutia into position, makes the rebote. Ben's there. Carom by Ben, out. 0.2. Possible game point for the blue shirts of post 2. Arrutia and Lalu trying to stop them. The green at post 4. Jairo and Benny.
Because of all the fours.
There's a backhand by Benny. Rebote comes out like a bullet. Arrutia, split placement, he makes the save. Arrutia cross court to make this catch in the air. He goes wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. Arrutia calls for the rebote. Rebote kicks to the inside. Benny's there. Rebote rifled split placement is in and scores. Point and game, post 2, Arrutia and Lalu. 3-6, 7-1. Pair off and playoff for second and third place. 3 first serves, 2-6. Powerful backhand. Here's a catch by Ichibide. Manny's there, down low, backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote forehand. Catch by Nicholas. Nicholas overhead. Backhand by Manny to the inside. Nicholas took that coming off the wall. A little awkward. 0.6. 7 now serves to 1. The winner of this point meets 6 in the continuing playoff for place and show. Ben on the catch. Backhand. Manu from the 12 line. Big backhand. What a catch by Bueno. Manu from the 12. Powerful backhand to the inside. Ooh. Good effort by Bueno. That ball is tipped, .7. Ben, I don't think those intimidation tactics worked. Manu seemed to be pretty okay with that point. Okay, 6 serves to 7. This is place and show point. Powerful backhand by Manu is caught in the air by Manny. Iñaki has it. Costello opens wide and scores. 7 places, 6 shows. Unofficial order finish 2-7-6. Your prices will be up in a moment. The high five lives to fight another day. Don't forget, it will be forced out tomorrow. 46842, 4 or 5 numbers returning 131.20. $2 quinella, 27, $40.20. Look at that trifecta. With a 2 on top, look at that trifecta still. 276, $1,029.60. Jello wager on 2 to win, 1140. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 8th and final game of the Pelota performance in advance of Battlecourt at 5 p.m. And it looked like everybody was going to be able to go out and get some lunch before that last doubles. But, nope. Devils go up against the Warriors. Important game day for the Warriors. That begins at 5 p.m. But first, Game 8 Spectacular 7 singles match played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 8 will close out the late pick 3. Post time. A little over 4 minutes away. Good luck.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlight.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled highlight.
I was like,
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, play Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is gonna pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that is a trailer for the award-winning documentary about the inaugural season of play right here at Magic City. That is called Magic City Hustle. Directed by Billy Corgan, creator of Cocaine Cowboys, Screwball the U, and much more. This film highlights the transition of these Magic City athletes from their respective careers in other sports right here at the Highlight Fronton. Now watch Magic City Hustle directly from Google Play or iTunes at the rent or buy from either platform. Buy it for just a few dollars more. You can enjoy it as many times as you like for life.
So a couple days in Chicago worked for the Bleckman family.
It does work.
I'm happy.
That'll be good, Stu.
I'm happy.
I hate to, we'll get back to this, but I want to make sure that, it's a big Battlecourt game day.
Huge.
So I want to make sure that we read
Huge for
these
the
matches.
Warriors.
So tonight coming up, it will be the Devils and Warriors. Playoff scenarios, pretty simple in tonight's game day. Warriors tie or win the game day, they advance to the playoffs. If the Warriors lose the game day, they are out, and the Chargers will be the 4th team in the playoffs. The Devils are still vying for the #1 seed, so the Devils with a win today and some help tomorrow. Fireballs play the Cyclones tomorrow. The Devils still have a chance to be either the 1 or 2 seed. So again, tonight's game day, Warriors tie or win, and they're in.
Hey, I love when you rhyme things, Andrew, and that rhyme.
I can't take credit for that. That's other sports have said it. You know, winning in. It's okay. Well,
But you placed it in highlight very well. How about that last doubles match? How about Manu's catching behind the 13 line? All right.
I mean, his points are amazing.
I mean, you couldn't get me to go to the 13 line to pick up the ball after a point. Now, given I played front court, I played a lot of singles. And, yeah. That is just so dangerous back there. And he's scooping and he's catching it in the air, aide, as they say. And he's catching it on the right side, not his favorite side. And, God, Manu and Inaki play so beautifully together. It's really good to see.
Yeah. Adding a win today, Inaki and Manu, the champions of this doubles tournament. Congratulations. So going into tomorrow, second place still very much up for grabs. Right now, Gosheri and Ben are holding on to second place with their 9 wins. But remember, each will beat a Nicholas one behind, so that'll be a race to look out for tomorrow. And still, Hyro and Benny with 7 wins. They could tie second place if they win both of the games tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We got game 8, though, to close out the Pelota action.
Ready to begin game 8. Goanaga has the serve. Goanaga serves. We begin. Arutia, backhand from the 11. Ball tipped at the side wall, point 1. Goanaga first on the board in our 8th game. That brings to the court the white shirt at post 3, Manu. Big backhand by Manu. Goanaga at the 10 line. He passes. Manu for the rebote. A 2-all with a light touch. Worked perfectly. Point 3. Green shirt at post 4. Arats receives. Here's a backhand by Arats. Manu faked it outside, drops it inside to score, point 3. That's 2 points for Manu. Now receiving in the black shirt at post 5, Alex. There's a backhand by Alex. Caught in the air by Manu. Manu wall-to-wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. This one caught by Manu. Manu makes a tough scoop on the left side. Ball ruled to have touched the rail just on the side wall. That's out of play. Point 5. Alex will serve to Ichibide, yellow post 6. Here's the backhand by Ichibide. Rebote, forehand by Alex. Ichibide's there. Gustavo 2-all opens wide and scores for Ichibide, point 6. Pink shirt, post 7, worn by Nicholas. He's now receiving. There's a backhand by Nicholas. Great catch by Nicholas, pulling it off the wall. Rebote. Ichibide midcourt, right side, drop shot, a little high. Nicholas took off. It crossed the wall perfectly, right about where Nicholas hit it with his cesta there in the 3 line. Point 6. Six with 2 points. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirt at post 8 is Douglas. There's the backhand by Douglas. Rebote. Forehand. Douglas makes the catch at the 9. Backhand. Two all is out. Point 6. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the blue of post 2, Arutia. Backhand by Arutia. Ichibide's there. Backhand from the 8 line. Arutia scores. Point 2. 2 with 2 points. Here's post 1, Goanaga. Rebote hooked. Point 1. 3 points for Goanaga in the red of post 1. Arats receives in the green of post 4. There's the backhand by Arats. Goanaga, tough catch overhead. Backhand by Goanaga. Arats is there. Goanaga turns to save the rebote. That's out. Point 4. Arats on the board with 2 points. He is serving to Manu. That ball stays inside and scores. Point 4. 4 points for the 4 post. Arats is serving to the black of post 5. Worn by Alex. Powerful backhand by Alex. What a catch by Arats. Alex now on the forehand from the 11 line. Big backhand by Alex. Rebote coming out to the 6 line. Sidearm. Robote. Alex makes a stop, throws the carom, it scores, 0.5. 5 with 3 points, here's post 7. Nicholas returns. That is too high, 0.5. Possible game point for the black shirt at post 5. Alex trying to stop him. Douglas. There's the backhand by Douglas. Robote. Forehand by Alex. Douglas advances, makes the catch. The 2-all is in and scores. Well executed by Douglas, 0.8. Douglas with 2 points. He is serving to Iturbide. Yellow post 6. There's the backhand. Robote. Forehand by Douglas. Inside placement scores for Douglas, 0.8. 8 with 4 points, serving to post 2. The blue shirt returns. Urrutia. Urrutia. Backhand. Dropping into the corner. Douglas saves the Robote. Light touch. Urrutia's there. Carom will score. 0.2. 4 points for the 2 post. Here's post 1, the red shirt. Gonaga. Gonaga at the 11 line, backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote out to the 7, turned inside, and scoring for Urrutia, 0.2. 6 points for the 2 post. Urrutia has possible game point. Trying to stop him, Manu in the white at post 3. Here's the backhand by Manu. Low out of the corner. Robote saved by Urrutia passes. That ball is tipped. Midcourt, 0.3. Green shirt to post 4. Rotz receives. There's the backhand by Rotz. Robote by Manu. Rotz advances, takes it in the air. Costello 2-all. Wide. 0.3. Possible game point for the white shirt at post 3. Manu trying to stop him. Nicholas. Manu at the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Robote coming out. Forehand Robote. Manu takes it in the air at the 10. Backhand. Nicholas is there, winding up. The 2-all opens up, gets by Manu and scores. 0.7. Play continues. Nicholas has the serve. Returning, Alex. He has 5 points, possible game point. Alex advances to make this catch. Hard backhand. This one caught by Nicholas. Nicholas comes powerfully from the right side. Scoop. And a powerful, powerful backhand by Alex. At the side wall. Nicholas makes the play. That's in. Here's Alex. Point in game. Post 5. Alex. 5 wins it. 2 serves to 3. This is a playoff for second and third place. Manu on the backhand, wall to wall. Robote coming out. 2-all with the big bounce. Brought down by Manu. Manu sends this one high for the 3-wall play. That lands in and scores. 3 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order finish, 5-3-2. Your prices will be up in a moment. Prices from Game 8 are official. Coming in first, post 5, Alex. Taking second, post 3, Manu. Coming in third, post 2, Arutia. 5-3-2 is the official order finish for Game 8. $2 Quinello, 3-5, $34.40. Trifecta, 5-3-2. Vanished from my screen, so let's talk about the pick 3. 4-2-5, 2 of 3 numbers, returning $19.40. A $2 wager on 5 to win, $17.20. Quinello 3-5, 34.40. Trifecta 5-3-2, 615.60. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Monday afternoon performance of Live Highline in the Magic City on the Highlight Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us today and invite you to join us just about 40 minutes from now when we will play Battlecourt between the Devils and the Warriors. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Battlecourt Highlight, Magic City Highlight, and of course the World Highlight League, we thank you for joining us today and hope to see you at 5 p.m. Don't forget to come back tomorrow, 1:30 p.m., our last day of Pelota for the first half of 2025 and the force out of the High Five. Have a good day, everyone.